James Dean, everyone.
Legend himself.
When I heard we had a James Dean working for us, I was like, oh, James Dean. And
it's definitely the famous James Dean, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Nice kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back. We got Lorenzo back at the table today. Brady?
He is back from chasing feathered birds.
I was going to say, how long are we going to have you in between?
I leave tonight.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's a pretty sick hat you got, by the way.
Thanks, man.
I like that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
When I first saw it, I was like, is that a Marlboro hat?
Yeah.
And then I saw the smoke in them, and I was a little bit disappointed, but...
That it wasn't just straight Marlboro?
It just wasn't straight Marlboro.
I have the t-shirt version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it from those guys after our bird hunt.
Yeah, shout out Pacific Calls.
Yeah.
3 or 4
It's a
years
great
ago.
hat. It's great calls.
Yeah, good
Great
dudes,
hat.
too.
Yeah, phenomenal dudes.
For sure. Yeah, so you're headed out tonight.
Yeah.
Are you loaded? Locked and loaded?
Yeah, for the most part.
Really?
Yeah. I'm traveling light on this one. I'm flying up for this one.
That's right. I saw you when I pulled in this morning. You had a trailer.
Yeah. Well, that's
up.
my father-in-law's trailer. Nothing to do with anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That
was Santa's sleigh, is what that was.
Was
Or Santa, I guess.
delivery.
Sack of toys is what that was. That's what I used that for.
Gotcha.
So that's my father-in-law's. Nothing to do with hunting.
Lock it up tight.
Yeah.
Keep kids from snooping.
But yeah, I've been ditching as I've been driving all like the early season. I've been leaving stuff, ditching stuff between all these different places I hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can finally like just catch a plane real quick and go because I have all my stuff up there.
Gotcha. Well, we want to do a full rundown. I guess plans for the podcast. If you guys saw the social media post we made yesterday, we wanted to do a Q&A. Part of that is selfish, if I'm honest, because it's just getting DMs and questions, and I wanted to be able to. And a lot of these pertain, I think, to a wider audience. So if you didn't specifically send in a question, we're probably going to touch on something that'll help you out, a question that you've probably had. So we wanted to do a Q&A today, and then I also just wanted to catch up with Lorenzo and see what you've been up to.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't tell by like the apparel I've been wearing around the office, I'm really into ice fishing right now.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it is.
I have told him the other day when he was in the office like multiple days in a row, I was like, I haven't seen you come in the office one day and not wear at least 2 pieces of waterfowl gear. Sometimes it's like 3. It's a hat, it's a sweatshirt, and you're wearing your
boots.
Your little boots all the time.
I'm really into ice fishing, like I said.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
That's what it is.
Dressed for success.
Before we get going, do we want to hit promo?
Yes, we does.
Do you want me to do it today?
Yeah. Do you got any?
I'm going to try. So we have Refer a Friend going on. It's going to run through January 25th. So if you've been on the fence or you really haven't put the pressure on your buddies to sign up for an insider account, you got till the 25th to do it, which I would highly encourage when you do that. So basically the way it's set up is you might have to help me out on this.
I got you.
So you use your email.
Yep. So send your friends your email address that you use to sign up.
Yep. And they're going to use that as the promo code when they sign up for an insider account. And when you do that, you're going to get 75 points, which is $75 in the Go Hunt Gear Shop, and they're going to get 75 points, which is again $75 in the shop.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet that your buddies are instantly for signing up. They're going to get $75 back.
Both of you.
Both of you will.
Yep. And then if you get 4, you're going to get $1,000 back in the Go Hunt Gear Shop. Not both of you, but the original, right? The OG.
Yep. So like if you do the first time, you get 75. Second time, you get 75.
Yep.
Third time, 75. And then the 4th time, you'll get $775. So a total of $1,000.
We're going to level up with you.
Yeah.
In the Gear
Just
Shop.
for referring 4 friends.
That's it. And if ever there was a time to sign up for an insider account, it's right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting deeper and deeper. This always kind of starts as a slow burn. You know, you hit December and your people are kind of talking Idaho, OTC, or the draw this year. They're kind of, floating it around a little bit. And then you get past New Year's and elk in Wyoming opens up and there's a lot more people that are starting to get it. But now you've got Arizona that's kind of looming. You've got those other draws that are coming up, and it just seems like it's an avalanche now. People are all in, thinking all kinds of different, states, different species. People are all in. So now's the time to do it. Get an insider account, do the research so that you can get the best research.
Yeah, and then Refer a Friend, like you said, goes till pretty much end of January 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So,
speaking of applications, we did a poll the other day.
Oh.
On the Instagram.
Do you want me to pull up the poll results officially?
Why not?
Okay. So it was basically, what are you most excited about in 2026? Trail had a great little idea of what we should do. See poll results. Ooh.
Have you cheated and looked at the poll results, or you have
I
no
actually
idea?
voted.
I voted for. I was the first vote.
What do you think I voted?
I posted on GoHunt. Instantly signed out of GoHunt. Logged back into my personal and got the first one on there.
Can you see all the votes?
I
Is the
can't see.
account
I can't see
holder? You can't see like the individuals and what they voted for.
the.
Do you know what I voted for?
No, I can't see what they voted for. I see all voters.
Okay,
So what'd you vote for? Antelope?
I voted for mule deer.
You did?
Yeah,
Trail.
yeah, I did.
that was
Get
genuine?
off the podcast right
It
now.
was genuine. Yeah, I'm genuinely really excited about hunting mule deer this year. Yeah, I missed it last year more than I anticipated, and then getting a chance to go out with my youngest and hunt rifle deer. I was just such a fun hunt, you know.
Who are you?
I don't know, man. I like mule deer hunting, but I'm excited. The thing is so archery mule deer, home state, general season unit, close to home. It's a unit that I love. Opens middle of August. It's pretty exciting.
That is exciting.
So yeah, I helped your vote. But
How are we gonna have the mule deer versus elk arguments all the time now? If we're now with the same thing, like, oh, we both want to hunt mule deer. It doesn't make this as fun when we can't banter back and forth. If now you're on my train. Welcome to the dark side, Trail. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the suck.
We've
That
talked
is mule
before.
deer
One of my
hunting.
very favorite things for mule deer is a tag close to home, and if I can do that, I can do it to death, and I love that. But generally, I like elk, rut and bull. It's pretty great.
Who do you
We're
think-
Better?
I don't know. Depends on the year, right? So like if I've got a general or a deer tag close to home that I can really scout, because that's the thing, you can't really scout for elk like you can for mule deer, right?
No, definitely not.
I mean, you can go out and kind of get to know the area, and you can look at some bulls. I mean, I can't really do it much close to home because I'm not going to have tag anyway. So it's like not as exciting, but where I've got, time and I've got a unit and, tagging that will be in my pocket, I can go out and summer scout, which is fun.
Are you saying we need?
I've missed that. I missed it last year. I missed summer scouting.
Who are you?
So
I
what
don't know.
I'm hearing from this is, Trail, we should mule deer hunt
You've been
together.
gone a long time.
Who are you?
I completely flipped the script.
We should mule deer hunt together. That's what I'm hearing.
Good, yeah, we could do that. Give me the results. I wanted to hear what the results were.
What's your guess? It was between mule deer, elk, and antelope. What are you most excited for in 2026? And it was a poll on Instagram, so there's a shit ton of people coming.
I mean,
voting.
we know the data of the Western market, so I'm going to say elk.
Wrong.
Is it deer?
Deer.
Really?
53% of the votes, mule deer.
That goes against all data that we.
How much?
42% elk,
It was close.
6% antelope.
I was in the 6%.
Shout out to the 6%ers out there that voted for antelope.
That was me.
That wasn't good. Good for
what I'm most
good
excited
for the
about.
6%ers. We could probably go down through the number of total votes, and we could probably pick out the 6% of the people. We just with
Yeah, just by
them,
looking at the
together,
names,
we could be
yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I bet that guy did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I never looked at the results. I was part of the 6%.
What do you think that is, Brady?
What do I think it is? I think
Yeah.
people just understand finally that they're the fairer species, they're the superior species, they're the icon of the West.
I know that's like the off the cuff answer, but do you think there's like a real reason why right now?
No, or maybe they just feel like elk hunting also is tough, and they're just like, I don't know, want to change them up. Or maybe they had a great elk year and they burned their points, and now they want to change over and try to hunt mule deer. Like, who knows?
I think
that
it's
is.
there's like this little glimmer of sheen that's hit mule deer maybe last year. That's what I think.
The problem is though, is like the mule deer herds collectively aren't doing the greatest. all
No,
over
but
the
I think
place.
last year was a pretty decent fall. A lot of people
Yeah.
I talked to anyway.
Mm.
And like
Depends on where you talk to.
sure, not you.
But also, I'm just saying, friends I've had that hunted a bunch of other states. I got to talk to them. They're like, yeah, it still sucks.
Really?
Like horrible. Like the herd numbers are not there. I don't care what people say. It's like all the hunters I talk to say that. I talk to other people, say, oh, it's phenomenal. Like it's like the location of certain states are good compared to other places of the state.
There has been a little more positivity this year, though,
Seems like it.
than years past, I feel like.
Yeah, man. I think you're coming off of 2 to 3 years of pretty mild
Yeah.
temps over the winter. I think over year survival, and I think there were some historic herds. That's all I'm going to say that seemed to produce some really good bucks. I think if you think about mule deer states, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Those are like your more traditional mule deer states, I would say. I would say a lot of people that I talked to had pretty decent experiences, you know, regarding whether it was archery or third or fourth season.
What are you thinking about this whole December, how it was the warmest December on record across the entire western United States?
I mean, I don't love it, but I mean,
here's the thing though, it's also been extremely wet.
Mm-hmm.
Like
has been
extremely
really
wet. Now, the downside of that is it's not snowpack wet, so you're going to need more. But it's been really wet.
Yeah, it's been wet. We're not out of the clear by any means. We definitely need some snowpack.
What, so like
or just
finally get their first snowfall like last week?
Yeah, it's been bad.
Like
or
they have the record right now.
The
for
rainstorms just keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you need one of the two. Like you can't just shut off.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because I was in Arizona in, you know, November, December, and it was strange. Like within a 2-week period, you could see that whole landscape go from kind of browned out to green. Like it popped. And I mean, those are deer that are getting food that's more nutritious, more palatable than they would have been, you know? So over winter survival and body condition, I would think in those regards, is going to be better. Now in states like Utah, definitely we're going to need some snowpack. I saw a weatherman going on an absolute rant on some reel the other day, and he was talking about Colorado, and I think they're at like 60, 65% for most part of the state of annual snowpack, and there's like no snow in the forecast for at least like the next
time.
2 weeks or something. So it's not ideal.
I wish I would have known we were going to talk about this because I can't remember where. It was in Utah, somewhere in Utah. Their percent of snowfall was like really low, but their percent of annual rain
precip
was like off the charts. Hundreds and hundreds of percent over normal.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have screenshotted that.
Yeah, you and I probably saw the same thing.
Yeah,
because I remember seeing it.
Because it's been raining like everywhere. It's been raining like crazy, but just no snowpack.
And it seems like you can turn the tides as far as snowpack and snowfall goes. Because I know last year we got quite a bit in like late February and March.
Yeah.
So I've always said, I mean, if you're an avid shed hunter and you want to go shed hunting, you're super excited about it, you can always guarantee on a pretty significant snowstorm hitting the ground about March 12th when you want to be out.
When you want to go.
Yeah, everything gets buried, you know, and you can't drive anywhere. So I know
that has been the Utah special for sure.
It has
like
been.
The last 3-4 years, the biggest snowstorm of the year is in March.
For sure.
And then I don't know how we got talking about California a couple weeks ago, but we were talking about California internally. And you had mentioned that is like the first time in forever that there was no.
Do you want to know
drought.
why?
And then I looked it up and fact checked you on the meeting.
Yeah, he didn't believe me.
I didn't believe him because like you don't hear like he
didn't
hear
believe
about California and you always
this
think about
might be
drought.
a good jump off point, a good transition.
He didn't believe me in the meeting. He fact checked me. Like,
Yeah,
how about
I was like,
there's
there's no way. California always has drought. And it did have like 2% of actual drought. But then literally 2 days later, I checked it. And now still today, it's 0.
Yeah.
It was the first time. I saw a news thing the other day. First time in 25 years.
Yeah.
That California has 0
Do you want
drought
to remember how this came up?
No. Oh, your buddies.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to be in California with my family. So my family is ag farmers in California. That's where my dad's bloodline comes from. And I've got some cousins out there that are big into waterfowl, Garrett Moosey and Vince Cowan, some of their family. I was going to go out there and hunt with them. Well, they send me a video of the parking lot.
What part of California?
The Delta.
Gotcha.
Like, right. I don't want to blow it up.
Yeah,
but like, you know, the good spot, the Delta.
Well, you could say like northern.
Yeah, I mean, it's Sacramento. We'll say
okay.
around Sacramento somewhere.
Shout out Sacktown.
And, you know, they've got the whole kind of waterway figured out and know what to do. So I was going to go out there and hunt with them. We were going to film it. Be really cool, family lineage. You know, they've been into it. They've been begging me to go out there and duck hunt. And since I'm back into it. Anyways, they sent me a video of the parking lot to where the boat launch is. And it's like nipple deep water.
Just standing water to your chest.
Yeah, you just can't even. That's the parking lot. That's where you're supposed to be leaving your trucks.
Are they hunting ducks in that?
I mean, he's got they have a boat, you know, Mud Buddy motor and a boat, and they've been getting after it. It's just like, there's just so much water now to spread the birds out.
Yeah.
And then on the map, when you look at.
Then I said, because everyone was asking me if I'm going to do this film. I'm like, dude, I'll put it to you how bad it is. The entire state of California is now out of a drought. The entire state. in 1 week in a 1 week storm, and Brady didn't believe me.
Crazy.
I had like literally, and I was waiting for you to stop talking when we were on that meeting because I was like, I have fact checked you, and you are correct, and I don't believe it still, but I had to fact check you because I did
Where's
not.
the trust, Trail?
And then I'm looking at it again right now
mean-
too. You look at the entire United States. California is the only state out of all
Without
50
drought.
states without drought.
Yeah.
East Coast, plenty. Southeast has plenty of drought. Midwest, drought. Other mountain states have drought. North Dakota's almost completely out of drought, but just a tiny spot. But like, it's wild seeing California.
It is,
drought.
it's yeah, that's why I brought it up. It's that crazy. And I got fact checked to my own meeting.
Tides can turn. So we do. I mean, we're. I'm still hopeful, and I actually
too.
I think it's going to be a good year.
Idaho. Here's another good one. So Idaho, the farmers haven't even been able to finish combining because it's too wet and warm.
Wow.
So they can't even finish their crops right now. I mean, it's middle of January.
But I also won't say a state, but I sent you a screenshot the other day of snow water equivalent in a certain state, and it's hovering about like 115, 120
In a good state.
good state.
Great state.
Good
Yeah,
state for
I mean, it's been
the fair
wet.
species. So I'm very
That's why I
hopeful
don't know
about
what to think about the big game stuff. It's been wet.
I mean, reality is it might set itself up perfectly for a really good year as far as growth goes and feed, because you've got warmer than normal temperatures, but you've had moisture, you've had rain, right? Produces feed. Feed's been palatable. It's been green. It's popping up. It's good. And then maybe you get some of those late storms, February, March, where it puts down a snowpack and it gets you up to that 90, 100% snowpack. It's not going to stick around forever. Temperatures are warm enough now that those animals can like still get to feed. It might be a great year. So I'm optimistic.
For that. Yeah, I am too.
I was talking to a guy in Utah yesterday. I won't say his name. But he's like, the deer haven't even came down to the winter range yet.
Yeah.
Like they're still.
So they still have 100% feed on the winter range then is the way I look at that.
Yeah. So when they get down there, it's going to be phenomenal, but they don't need to yet. Like they're still up.
Yeah, I think did I say this last week on a podcast, but I like to make, or I can't remember. I gave a speech too during the week, and I talked about this, but basically.
And you killed it. Let's throw that out there.
Yeah, I did good.
Talked for an hour and a half.
Yeah, almost an hour and a half.
Congrats, Tro.
Killed it.
Scared shitless.
What was my advice?
I can't remember what you said.
Pretend picture everyone's naked.
Picture everyone in their underwear.
He's like, it's going to be a bunch of dudes. I don't know if I want to.
Yeah. It went good, and that was it was a fun exercise, to be honest. Like I haven't tested that muscle in a hot minute, so since I quit going to church. So, but to stand up and speak. But I talked about like I used to get up on Thanksgiving morning, and I would drive from I-20 all along the frontage roads on Thanksgiving morning, and I would just glass at deer, and I'd count and keep track, look at bucks, film them, and then. People would always say to me like, yeah, they just don't see the number of deer that you used to, between the freeway and the foothills. And I'm driving along looking, and they're absolutely right. Like there are not that many deer along the freeway and the sagebrush that you typically see them. But if you look up,
they're everywhere.
300 or 400 yards, they're all over the place. And they've been doing a bunch of treatments. Like they've basically done that whole front. But those deer, they're up. They're up in elevation.
They're there. They're just not there. Right there.
They're there in droves. There's a lot of them. Yeah, so they are.
See any good bucks?
Nothing that would like knock my socks off.
But just good.
Do you want to talk about it after the podcast?
Good
What bucks you saw?
Good bucks. Apparently there's a good buck floating around. I haven't seen him yet, but apparently there's like a 200 plus floating. Saw some weird bucks. Saw, like those acorn bucks. They get those acorn joints in their tines. Yeah, I saw one of those. Just absolutely nose in a doe still, which was kind of fun. Yeah, but overall good. I wanted to transition to. I was using the parking lot jump off to. I was thinking about duck hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could go on, but you don't want to start too soon.
I will say we got a really cool video coming this weekend. If you're into waterfowl, you should check it out. It's going to drop on GoHunt's YouTube channel. Do you want me to hint more of that?
Sure. I will say though, the man who's like all about research and everything yourself told me that you learned a lot.
I did
from it.
So it is not.
So you don't even have to be a waterfowl hunter.
Yeah, it's not a big game video, but I literally watched his video yesterday, and all this will leak it. It's Lorenzo's duck trailer tour. So he's walking through his duck wagon. And I kept screenshotting things and sending it to Lorenzo, like, where'd you get this? Like, what is this product? I walked into his room. He took me out this truck, showed me some things in this truck that he had in that tour. I was showing him more things today I was like, dude, I need that. I can hang my backpacks at home with the system you have in here. Like I have, a lot of hunting backpacks, a lot of just random pieces of gear that I want to get off the ground in my reloading room and put in my other spare bedroom to like organize stuff. And I'm like, dude, a big game hunter can learn from watching this waterfall duck wagon tour.
And I'm telling you,
that's how badass this video is.
I'm telling you, Western big game hunting, backcountry hunting, as hard as we go, right? Like everything is sleek and organized, and like that's what it's all made for, right? Like having the most amount of gear in the tightest amount of space, whether it be your backpack or
efficient.
Everything packs down efficient. Waterfowl is the complete opposite. Everything's bulky. I mean, you got to look. I mean, a decoy has to look like a goose. You know what I mean? And like, there's only one way. Is you got to make it a 15-pound plastic thing.
Yeah,
it's like everything's bulky, everything's heavy, nothing is sleek, like nothing's efficient. So storage in waterfowl is like
everything.
I mean, it makes it the most efficient as possible, which obviously can be used for all the other stuff. And I have started to use all of that for my big game stuff too.
Nice.
Even the carabiners he was using, I was like, dude, where'd you get those carabiners?
5-inch carabiners, man.
That long.
6-inch carabiners are great.
Yeah, and I was like, I need some of those. I can hang. I was even thinking about
REI.
Yeah, REI.
But they're not really that. I've gone to REI and they're like $35 for the bigger ones. Like that's why I'm not rock climbing.
Hey,
like
$6 ones I showed you.
But they won't break.
But here's the thing: those big carabiners. I was like, I can hang backpacks and shit in my garage or in my house. But I was like, well, when I go wall tent hunting, I always need something to hang up on top of the poles in the wall tent. And I do have a little paracord system. I can paracord, and then I have like tiny.
Nothing's better than a carabiner, though. It's the easiest.
But a big 5-inch one, I can just hook it up there, attach my lantern up top, like hang some clothes in there to dry. Yeah. Like, I learned something from watching a waterfall video.
See?
Take it to big game hunting.
Yeah.
So when does that come out?
I think it's Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. So the duck wagon tour?
Duck wagon tour, yeah.
What I want to know is when did, I know the history and we've talked about it before, like your infatuation, I would say, with ducks and waterfowl hunting. I kind of know when that happened, but you haven't done it for a while. Like you've probably gone out a few times just on, with buddies or whatever. Maybe?
No,
not at all.
It's been like pretty.
When did this start brewing for you? Like in a new way?
Yeah, quickly. So the very first hunts I ever went on with my dad was duck hunting. Whether he had a leased property in Nevada, not good, but just somewhere he would go. My dad's big outdoorsman. He would take me with him. It's like an hour and a half away from here. And I would go there. Loved it. Then in Utah, like AC Creek, Duck Creek, all that stuff in November, big game's over. And we used to go to the cabin all the time. We would go jump shoot the river.
Something to do.
Yeah, something to do. And I loved it. I loved it even back then. When I went to college and got a dog, got a Chesapeake. Because in college, I had a lot of free time by design. I never failed a class, graduated in 4 years. That's my claim to fame, right?
You got in 4 years?
Oh, yeah.
Well, most people don't
Dumbest
do that.
thing ever, by the way.
I didn't do that.
Dumbest decision of my life. One of the dumber decisions of my life was to force feed it in 4 years.
You just stretched that out a little bit?
Yeah. Why not a fifth year? Fifth year senior that would be a great idea. I'm going to tell my son.
That's what I did.
Be a fifth year senior.
That's what I would.
Great idea.
That's what I did because of hunting.
Yeah. So I'm living the life I wanted in Montana. I'm not in Nevada anymore. It's like, why the hell did I force feed it in 4 years? Just like the ego in me was like, I'm going to, 3.0 GPA or better, 4 years. And as long as I do that, I'll let myself do anything else. Like I've always been a pretty strict kind of like, what's the word? Like when you're self-strict, what's that word? Disciplined. I've always been like, pretty well self-disciplined.
We should have met up when we were at the same school. I could have been that little like evil guy in your shoulder, like let's go duck hunting. Because that's what I did when I was in Montana. I went duck hunting, and that's
would have loved it. But for whatever reason, I force-fed the 4-year thing. But I'd set my school up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I would go to school from like as early in the morning to as late at night. So I always had 4-day weekends. And big game hunting is pretty much, if you kill during archery or you kill early in the rifle, I mean, it's pretty much over like late October, right? Like it's kind of, at least that's what my run was in college. I'd always be done with big game somewhere around late October, sometimes sooner. And Montana is a sleepy good waterfowl state, like under the radar sleepy good. And so, I was jump shoot. What I used to do with my dad,
Same
and
thing.
I'm like, yeah, but I'm a big content guy. I consume content like horrible. My wife is on me. I'm always watching a video on my phone. Like I'm not necessarily, I'll scroll on Instagram. I'm not going to say I never do that, but typically I'm like phone sideways watching a YouTube video.
Right.
Like that's my scrolling style is
Yep.
I'll just watch YouTube. And I'm always watching hunting films, anything. Well, Duck Commander back then was huge. Fred Zink was huge. Tim Grounds, like all these big time waterfowl guys. And I loved the waterfowl films. I'm like, man, I want to do that. Like, I don't want to go jump shoot 20 ducks off a pond. I want 50 ducks coming into decoys. And I just kind of got infatuated with that. Met Alex Busalaki my sophomore year. Actually into my freshman year. We started hunting together my sophomore year, and he was a waterfowl hunter through and through from Seattle. Never big game hunted. I had never decoy hunted waterfowl. I always just jump shot and pass shot like with my dad. He was a real waterfowl hunter. I was a real big game hunter. So me and him, I would take him big game early. He would take me waterfowl, and he got me just hooked. Got a dog, read the water dog book. Tried to train her myself. She was way better than I was. This is my sophomore year of college, and from that day, like it was beyond
You
an
loved
addiction.
it.
Beyond an addiction.
So what's the crux of this new thing? What are
Oh,
you,
yeah,
what are
I
you
forgot
trying
that.
to do? I'm just curious.
I got too long-winded.
No,
which,
you're good.
Imagine that, me being
No,
long-winded.
you're great.
I had to sacrifice. I had to, right? Like started GOHUNT. I did hunt ducks the first like couple years. I'd fly to Seattle. I'd hunt in Nevada. I was still hunting ducks like pretty hard those first couple years of GOHUNT. But then, it started getting a lot busier. We started doing a lot more here. It was just 5 states and a little bit of research, and then ended up being filtering, then ended up being e-com, then maps, then this. It became like beyond a full-time job. And then at the same time, I started my family.
Sure.
So it's like, okay, I'm
You
already
only got so much time.
I have to sacrifice somewhere. Like I literally have to. And, it's just one of those things where the sacrificial lamb was waterfowl because it wasn't giving the business anything.
Sure.
It was like totally selfish if I was going to go do it. It was taken away from family and work.
Right.
And I didn't have the time to do that. Like if I
Right.
was going to take away from family,
Have to be
it
one
better
or the
be
other.
about work,
Yeah.
And so 6 years I was out of it. And this year it's like my life has started to set up with some more free time, and I wouldn't even necessarily say free time, but like GOHUNT,
Different
we're
situation.
trying to get into some stuff, and it's like it's opened up the opportunity to get back into it. And so selfishly, I've raised my hand and like, hey man, I'll do the waterfowl stuff.
Did you always have a spark in the back of your head, like as a plan, like I want to get back into that? Or did you have something that like one day you were just like, you know what I really miss? I miss.
I'll call Alex right now. The last 5 years, I've done nothing but FaceTime him and send me
Live
pictures.
vicariously.
What's going on? How many birds did you kill? What
Gotcha.
did you kill?
See, I always
How
had
was
it brewing.
Oh, it was constant. I mean, I've said it before, and I genuinely mean it. Like it is, as far as addiction goes, like a real addiction, where I can understand
what addiction is.
what that is waterfowl to me.
Really?
100%.
What is it? Like
It's so readily available when the season's on.
Sure.
But like, anywhere Pacific Flyway, depending on the state, anywhere between 105 to 120 days long and 7 birds a day. And like, it's there.
What's
like if you
the-
wanted to go duck hunting, we could go right now. It's not like big game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's that.
No, I get it. But what,
And if
what,
you go kill a huge limit of ducks, you go kill a 6-man, which, thankfully we did a couple weeks ago, all drakes, 6-man of all drakes.
is there a part of it that
We
is
can go do that again the next day.
true?
It's not over.
I get that.
Yeah, that's the hard part with big game hunting.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's so awesome.
Is there what is it though? Like is it the like I guess what I'm driving at is like what is the moment? Like what's the culmination of it for you that like really comes together for you that you love?
Love scouting.
Really? For
'Cause-
ducks?
Yeah, because
And what are you scouting?
I love scouting because scouting for ducks is more what's the word? I mean, nothing's a guarantee ever, but it's like more consistent as to what to expect the next day. So you go out and scout
It's a
elk
little more
and deer.
predictable.
Yeah, like I know where he likes to bed, a deer or an elk. I know where he likes to hit water. I know where he likes to transition some feed and whatever. It's still like it's not.
Yeah, it's hit and miss still.
It's super hit and miss still.
Yep.
You just kind of have generalities of that animal. If you've really scouted him, like you got tons of time, you got generalities. Okay, every 3 days he hits water, every this, whatever. Sometimes he might go 5 days. Sometimes he might go 2 days. It's like, it's still kind of there's a big gap. And waterfowl, if you find a feed or you find a loaf pond or you find a roost or whatever, like if you find that the night before, you can go to bed like, oh, okay, it's on. Like we found it. Like it's on tomorrow. And it's just such a good feeling when you find it. So that I love the scouting side of it.
Sure.
When you get it found, and because you really can get excited. Big game, you can't get excited. You're just like stressed at that point. Or at least I can only speak for myself.
You're excited.
Really,
there's just an uneasiness because that most times it doesn't go together like you think it's going to, right?
And I'll say, to put it in perspective, I would say like my deer this year, I scouted them quite a bit. I still had 60% stress, 40% like hope because I know about them, right? Ducks, I would say is 20% stress at the most, 80% like hell yeah, it's on.
Right.
So it's like more enjoyable that side of it when you do find it. I love that. I love the strategy of like decoy setups and how you want them to work and like where you want them to work to. If you're in a traffic spot and you're trying to pull them, or if you're trying to pull them a certain way into the blind or the setup that you're in, layouts or what, like if you want them to come in a certain way, I love that strategy. And just seeing how you can manipulate the birds. It's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of whitetail where people like they'll be watching a buck and
moving
it's like, man, he'll just never come in that last 50 yards. So then the next year they cut like, I don't know, some kind of path, or they do a little green grass strip to try to get them to find the walkway. You know, that's what it reminds me of a lot. And waterfowl is like, okay, you can set up these decoys and get them to kind of crawl up the line the way you want them to. Love that. But we talked about this on our drive home from the last hunt. It's like, what is the moment you like most in waterfowl? The moment I like most in waterfowl is when you have a group of birds that are coming your way and are, we'll say, very slightly interested. When they get real slightly interested, they'll slow down their wings. Actually, I shouldn't say slow down. They'll take like less dramatic wing beats. So instead of like big full wing flaps, they'll do like these little, like, because they're just trying to hover and look, and you can see their heads moving and they're circling and looking at the decoys. They do these little tiny wing beats, and it's like the second they go from that to set and the wings cup and they take that turn, it's like, oh, this is it. Like they're dropping.
Gotcha.
And they just come in from the heavens. Like
that anticipation.
Is the moment. When they go from that little tiny wing beat looking to set wings, and it's like you're looking at them right when they do that. You call at them and get them to just set up. It's like, that's the best. Am I making you into it? Am I talking?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, what I don't really even. I've been a couple times. I mean, we went goose hunting right in Kansas. That's the closest thing I've got to kind of what you're talking about. But to me, when I think back on that trip, the things that I loved about it were getting up early in the morning. Everybody's getting their gear together, and that's what I was gonna say. So gas station coffee was. I love that part. It sounds stupid. It's such a rudimentary, small detail, but I loved.
Me too.
Just stopping at a gas station, getting a coffee, getting a breakfast burrito. You're eating it in the truck on your way. Vibes are high. Everybody's kind of chit chatting a little bit, or maybe you're just listening to some music, which I loved. And then you pull out we were hunting geese, so we were hunting these fields. Yeah, you pull out to the fields. You're all layering up, and you jump out, and it's just an absolute snowstorm. There's the wind and cold, and everybody's organizing their gear, and you're out putting decoys out. You get the blind set, building in the blind, the chairs, and all that. That was fun. And then just sitting in the blind and then waiting for the anticipation and light. So you get that sunrise kind of coming up, starting to burn off a few of the clouds, and then the guys are working the calls, and I'm just watching them and the interaction. And then just like you're saying, the moment when those birds actually commit and come in, it was really cool to kind of see them come in, that slow, they're descending and they're kind of coming in, and I remember looking at the dogs, and the dogs are just like keyed in, they're watching and observing everything. That was really cool.
I know. I can't wait to get camo back.
Yeah.
I'm already this deep into it, and this is even without camo back.
Yeah, and then the guy in the end yelling, "Take them or kill them!" I remember him screaming that, "Kill them!" and everybody just popping up. It's just chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many birds did you hit?
Me, confidently, I can't say I hit one. I can say I put lead in the air in the general direction.
Steel, copper, steel, no lead.
Yeah, I have no idea, but
it's illegal to shoot lead. You can't shoot lead.
Okay, I didn't shoot lead. I put some in the air, but yeah, I can't confidently say I remember being like, "Yep, got that one."
You can tell he's a big game hunter.
Big game, yeah.
That. Like,
lead
he
flying.
sent in lead.
Yeah.
Well, I think I was telling you we had one that was a single goose that came in, and I remember everybody was kind of whispering down back and forth in the blind, and they were all like, "Hey Brady, this one's yours, single bird." And I remember thinking, thank God that wasn't me. Thank God
everyone's watching.
Yeah, because I'd have missed it. But yeah, I remember thinking, thank God that's Brady.
I will say that is like a cultural thing in waterfowl, which is it is a lot of fun because you do put so much pressure on that person. So you're always like messing with the camaraderie in waterfowl it's second to none. Like it is, like you said, the gas station, the teamwork of the blinds and the decoys and vibes are super high all the time because it's so fun. So camaraderie is like second to none. But in the blind, if you ever do get a single, it's always like, who we calling out? Who's this one? And you'll like call someone out, and it's immediate like nerves because everyone's watching you. And if you miss, you're gonna get torn to shreds.
You are
like absolute torn to shreds. And it's just one of those cultural things. It's so fun when a single comes in and you call people out.
Conveniently, my gun will be jammed when that happens.
Oh, did I just
what am I gonna do? You, Brady, you're in. Yeah, that's cool. What can we expect from tell us where you've been. I want to know where you've been. I know you've been on a pretty big tour. You've been covering a lot of country. And
I'm trying to get out 2 days a week, whether that be weekends or I got family, I got work, it's hard. I would like to hunt more, obviously. It's not a ton, but right now
good still.
Yeah, it's still pretty good.
2 weeks good.
Yeah, 2-3 days a week is kind of what I'm averaging right now, that was my goal for this year, is to try to average around 2 days a week. I've been through Nevada, Idaho, and Washington, and I'm planning a California trip once all the water goes down. So in the next couple weeks,
if it goes down,
it should go down. But it's been a really, really weird year for waterfowl, more so than anything. Obviously, the temperatures are a big deal.
Nothing was iced up, you were saying too, right?
Yeah, and so waterfowl, everyone thinks they migrate because of the cold. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how cold it is. Those ducks they'll keep water open, whatever they're using for a loaf or roost pond. They'll lay on the. Did you guys use goose shells, sleeper shells?
I got no clue.
Where they lay their bellies on the ground and their heads are tucked back.
Some.
So
we had some of those.
So even when it's crazy cold, they'll go land. Why they're using those is they'll go land, put their bellies down on the ground, and they're thawing out all that feed underneath them because they're so warm with all that down.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how cold it is. They'll figure it out. What gets them to move is snowfall. If all that stuff in Canada where they're coming from, where they have to migrate south, if you get really cold and a lot of snow and that snow crusts up and ice up and it's too much work to get the feed, that's what makes them leave.
Right.
So it has been cold, kind of spotty in Canada. Just look at Calgary or Peace River or Lethbridge. That's kind of where I am hunting in the Pacific Flyway. That's kind of where a lot of these birds are coming from. The boreal forest is kind of the mountain side of it where they're coming down through California, Washington. All that, it's gone through phases of really, really, really cold, but they just haven't had the snowpack to
push them out,
push a ton. So birds have definitely migrated. I saw a report in Arkansas, which is, Stuttgart, Arkansas, the capital of mallards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone's complaining, I shouldn't say complaining, but saying the birds haven't showed up. 75% of the transmitted birds are there. So 75% of the birds that were there last December were there this December. So 3 out of 4. That's a good it's a good amount. But it's just their behavior is different this year. In Idaho, where I was hunting, there was no ice. Like, think about that. I hunted in January in Idaho. There's no ice.
Yeah.
So it's just birds spread out. They got a lot more to use. They don't have to go onto the river. Like, kind of behavioral things have been odd this year. Been weird this year.
Maybe coming in smaller groups rather than big waves.
Smaller groups.
Big waves.
Yeah. Like typically this time of year, you're getting like big packs of birds. I mean, we're still hunting pairs right now, it's weird. Like that's behaviorally, that's a different.
Strange.
It's a different thing. To see like a pair of mallards coming in right now with no ice on the ground, like you should be seeing, packs of birds all kind of packing up right now because of the cold and snowfall and trying to keep water. They travel together to keep water open, thaw out a field together, the whole teamwork thing. Flying V.
Right.
Flying V.
Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks.
Such a great movie.
But yeah, they're still like, they're in little onesie twosies and 4-packs, like just kind of weird this year.
Yeah.
But we've been making do for sure. But
Cool.
I haven't been able to hunt like all the different stuff I was planning.
Sure.
Because it's just kind of not really worth all that travel to not really know what to expect.
Mm-hmm. You film a lot of it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
So we should have some good stuff coming
Yeah.
for the duck lovers.
Filming this one tomorrow, Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, Thursday hunt. We're filming this one. Washington.
Nice.
Hopefully it's just a pile of widgeon. Just a pile.
It seems like it's put a lot of, this is just me observing you from the times I've seen you around the office in the last few months. Seems like it's put like a lot of just a pep in your step. It's kind of rejuvenated. Some love for something that runs deep,
Oh yeah.
You seem excited about it, which is cool.
Overly excited.
You should try being here with him every day. when he's here, like I
Is
said,
he blowing duck calls?
Just Mr. Duck Guy, like
So
every
I
day.
have not brought the duck calls into the office. No.
You're not sitting in the office just
I mean, I am a little rusty. Like I used to be able to do all kinds of different calls on a duck and goose call, like all kinds. But it's one of those things, you don't use it, you lose it. My son wants to learn how to duck call, so I've taken him 3 times with me, and he loves it, like absolutely loves it. He's my son is a collector by nature, so like any toy monster trucks or figurines of anything that he's into, it's all about he wants to collect them. He's a big time collectible guy, which is funny because my dad coin collected. So it's got to be genetic, right? Like my dad was hugely into coin collecting.
Really?
Huge into it.
Yeah, that is funny.
And if I think I never thought, I would always like kind of make fun of my dad when he'd tell me stories about his coin collecting. And I never looked at myself as a collector.
Sure.
I absolutely am with hunting though.
Duck calls.
Well, and that too. But like hunting,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I've never killed that before. I want to go.
Sure.
I want to go shoot that. I want that on my wall. So I am a collector, I guess. My wife is the one that pointed that out because my son is just so into it. Well, there's nothing better for that mentality than ducks.
Sure.
There's so many different species,
Yeah.
and all the drakes are so different, size, shape, colors, everything's so different.
Yeah.
So he's like hugely into it, and he wants to learn how to duck call.
You collect
So I'm
bands,
like,
you collect duck calls.
Bands, species,
For sure.
calls, decoys, specialty decoys, like all this stuff. It's fun. It's like a very, stamps. The federal stamp is a collectible item.
Right.
A lot of collection in the waterfowl world. So my son's just all about it, which obviously I'm loving.
That's
as well.
awesome.
And he wants to learn how to duck call. So we're like 30 minutes to an hour every night in the duck wagon, just running through duck calls, trying to teach him. I will say,
Hilarious.
sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of shocked. He can definitely quack. Like no question, he could quack.
And there's probably more, you're probably more lenient, right? Like you get him in the blind, you probably let him like, yeah, go for it. Why not? Right.
Way more.
Rather than like, no, you can't blow that elk call right now in this situation because you're going to screw the whole thing up.
Way more lenient.
Yeah. Just let him rip.
Yeah. So that's why he likes it too.
Yeah.
Speaking of goose calls, you don't have one of these, do you still? A zinc moneymaker?
I do have one of those. Mine's lime green.
I actually...
That was the first, that moneymaker was like the first big time goose call.
Yeah, I know this guy has a lot of hate for a reason. I had one of the foils migrators.
Oh yeah.
That was my first like really good goose call.
Yeah.
But I have this one. I actually found my bag of goose calls and all my bands and stuff this weekend cleaning out my spare room. And the bell portion of my moneymaker is broken.
Ooh.
So like I have like half this back part here, and I have the ivory one, which I thought was the sickest colorway.
The ivory and black is the sickest.
Yeah,
colorway.
and it's
No
and
question.
it's
For
discontinued.
a call. Sickest color.
This call is discontinued, and I just need the back bell part, which of course has the reed part too. But like, I just need the back bell because it's just like an inch long. So if you try to use it, you have to like really
I have a lime green one.
swap it out and make parts. Yeah. So if I ever get back into
Did
it,
you get
I
a
gotta
lot of
fix
shit
that.
for using the foils call?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I still have one of their duck calls too. I love
Yeah.
that duck call now.
Yeah.
Like I had the ones that are serialized too.
We were in college when that all went down, right?
Yeah. When I got busted for
Yeah.
all that crap.
Sniping bands.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Park ducks and geese. I mean, allegedly.
Sure.
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
And taking
alleged.
people on his property, I think too, and like over the limit,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Allegedly.
I mean, he had that one video that was called "One Over the Limit."
That doesn't look good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
You know,
ballsy.
sniping,
Allegedly, do I have to say allegedly at everything I
One,
say?
allegedly.
one over the limit.
cover myself.
sniping
here?
duck and goose bands.
I mean,
have a
that's
video
a hook.
called "One Over the Limit."
That's a
Yeah.
hook.
I still have that DVD, by the way.
We should watch it.
That's
I have the Fred Zink ones too.
We were in college, I
Yeah.
believe, when all that went down. I remember that.
Should I bring in my DVD player? We could dust it off and like
Yes.
put it on the big screen in here and
watch
yeah,
a
sure.
We
DVD.
should have a duck.
See, there's drama in waterfowl.
Yeah.
Sure, there has to be.
Has to be. It can never
Absolutely.
just be clean.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. I'm stoked for you.
But no, the pep in my step is like, yeah, it's very noticeable.
I might have
Everyone
to
says it.
ship my 12-year-old down here.
Dude.
Send you out with him every day. He's like, Lorenzo out duck hunting? I'm like, yeah,
Please.
probably.
I love taking
He's like, I
kids
want to
too.
go duck hunting. I was like, well, I don't know shit about it. So,
Dude,
yeah, go
taking
for
kids, it's this antelope
Mhm.
for big game and waterfowl. Like
Yeah.
you want to get a kid addicted to hunting. Like I've seen my son. We've taken him on mule deer, elk, one antelope. Definite difference between his excitement level in the antelope as opposed to the
Right.
multiple deer and elk he's seen get shot.
Yep.
And then waterfowl, like so noticeable.
That's cool.
You want to get a kid into it. It is. There's nothing better. It's so noticeable to watch them light up and see the birds, and they don't have to be quiet. They're not working their ass off. You know, I got a little buddy heater on his toes. He's warm, letting him blow my duck calls. Like,
Yeah.
got his little Red Ryder shooting at all the decoys while we're waiting for birds. Like, just nothing but fun and interaction, but it's still hunting.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Does sound fun.
It's great for kids.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm super excited about seeing the film of it. You know, like
Yeah.
watching the films come out.
We should have at least 3, hopefully like 5.
Cool. Very cool.
And it's so dynamic too. The colors, the different setups. So there's dry field, dry field traffic, dry field feed. Like those are 2 very different things. They're very different strategies.
Right.
Pond feed or like sheet water feed is very different than like a roost water. It's like it's all so dynamic
Speaking
and
Greek to
different.
me.
Hear me out.
I got nothing.
Hear me out on this wild idea. If you're so excited about this, how about we add a little supper to it? We do a backpack style duck hunt. We backpack into some high alpine lakes
I would love to.
and we camp.
I mean, what time of year are we doing? Are we
I don't
trying
know.
to
I'm out.
foils this whole thing? Like out of season? What are we doing?
I'm out.
Like, don't you know, like when you go up in the alpine areas and like,
Oh yeah, you see some.
you always see ducks. You're like, man, they're living the good life up here. Like
Yeah.
no one's ever bothering them. No one's ever
Yeah.
hunting them.
I'll
But
do that.
it's very random. Just bring like 4 decoys.
I do.
We backpack up in somewhere, and we shoot those 4 ducks.
Well,
and then you feel really bad about it.
You kill all the ducks.
just every single one off that
Every
water.
duck.
You're
Imagine-
leaving with 3.
Could you imagine that you're duck hunting? There's like mountain goats coming down,
That
like
would be
cliffs
awesome.
and stuff.
I would be all about it. I'd be all for it.
Just add a little sufferfest to it.
I'd be all for it.
I don't know if anyone's ever done that. Done a backpack.
I don't know
waterfowl hunt.
how the time.
I don't know
would
either.
match up.
That's
Me either.
isn't
I mean,
this
if there's ever a year, it'd be this year
Yeah.
because it opened October 11th in Nevada. Idaho is the 19th.
okay, what's the earliest one?
Nevada.
Does Colorado have anything
No.
early?
There's some early goose. There's, but those are by zone, so it wouldn't be up in the mountains. I mean, you're not open, like statewide open, depending on the state, roughly between like the 11th, 19th of October.
We have to just find a state that opens early in September.
You get early geese,
Yeah.
but it's only by zone. So it's zoned out by like a certain city. They're trying to kill those resident geese.
You
in.
put that on the back burner and put it together. That'd be fun to watch.
I would love to do it.
the Brady backpack.
I will say, though,
goose hunt.
We had some suffer in the last film.
Did
we did
you?
a tour of the Western Flyway, so we did Nevada, Idaho, Washington, and then back.
Yep.
Drove the whole way and the whole thing. One of our hunts in Washington, because of the flood, So like logistically, it made it very tough. You couldn't just like get vehicles close. You couldn't do anything. You a lot of manpower. Dude, it was.
Got a little hairy.
I've had elk pack outs, I swear, that were easier than that day.
Interesting.
I swear, I'm not kidding. And I said that on like to those guys because I hunted with two guys who were just waterfowl, Alex and another guy named Blake Berry. Awesome guy. They were like huffing and puffing and they're talking about how hard it is. I'm like, look, yeah, I know everybody says waterfowl hunting's like can be easier, but I swear I've had an elk pack out easier than that. Like that was pretty ridiculous because you're mud up to your knees.
Yeah.
Nothing's,
Sure.
nothing's easy walking.
Yeah. It'd be good. It'd be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
That was a brutal day.
Right on.
That was the day we shot 42 drakes though.
Oh, wow.
So well worth it. 6-man, 42 drakes.
Sounds like a good day.
Just picking drakes out of every group. That's the other thing I love about it too, if I'm being honest.
What?
Like why I like duck so much more than, because like as a group comes in, like one, you're as quickly as possible trying to identify the species so you can work them however that species likes to be worked with calls, whistles, whatever it is. And then when they do come in, it's like you got to pick out drakes and it's just so fun to like that target acquisition of, of picking one out.
Fast pace.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I played Duck Hunter on Nintendo. I played Duck Hunter. I know that feeling.
But man, yeah, it's come back. The addiction's come back like more so than ever.
That's awesome.
More so than ever.
It's cool.
It's like one of those. This is a terrible thing, but it's like a relapsed addict. Where it's like it hits you twice as hard.
Yeah,
when
in a good way.
You're like trying to make up for lost time almost.
In a good way, though.
And this is in a positive way, though.
Sure.
It's like the relapse hit me, and now it's like
all you can
the
think
passion
about.
and addiction is stronger than it ever was. Plus, I also have this thing in my mind where it's like, I have to make up for the last 5 years. I have to.
Yeah.
Is there a thing in duck hunting like the whole like chasing 49 thing with turkeys?
Oh yeah.
Shooting a duck in every state.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's probably all sorts of different like
there's
challenges people do.
Chasing 100.
Yeah, I've heard of that
which
one.
Ryan Basham did with Kime. And I'm not sure where he is on the 100. Can't remember.
Yeah.
But then on the North American species, there's 41 or 42, I think, of North American drake species between dabblers and divers. I'm a dabbler guy. I mean, some divers are cool though.
You're
I like canvasbacks.
More of a dabbler than a diver.
Yeah, I like canvasbacks. I like redheads. I like those.
I like brunettes. Sorry.
Yeah, different. Very, very different.
Very different.
Okay.
Canvasbacks.
Yeah, I like those. But like,
What's your favorite? You start naming every random duck you can think
It's
of.
the only duck I could think of. Pintail.
I like dabblers. Pintail.
Yeah, pintail.
Pintail, widgeon, mallard,
Widgeons.
teal.
I took ornithology. I remember a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there probably is a lot of like challenges people try
But then
to do.
there's hybrids too. So
yeah,
then
we
that
looked at
gets
some
into
of those last week, which is pretty cool.
So it's like how many species are you really trying to track down? There's like 41 or 2, I can't remember, of like the true North American. But then if you count like Eurasian widgeon, count hybrids between pintail mallards, mallard wood duck, like
what's that hybrid wood duck looking thing?
That's
like
the
really gorgeous one.
That's the Mandarin wood.
I think
those are invasive. We haven't seen those in a long time. Those have been.
Last question I have for you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the Mandarin
I showed
duck,
you that wood duck mallard hybrid.
Yep.
How
it was really cool.
Unbelievably cool is that duck?
That was cool looking. I didn't even know that
like that's
crossbreed.
beyond special.
Yeah.
Pintail mallard hybrid. Like you hunt long enough, you may see one. Hopefully, lucky enough to kill one. Dude, a mallard wood duck hybrid. That's like,
yeah.
I don't even
rare.
know what the odds are on that. Crazy.
Well, we'll look for it.
Oh, I'm gonna be.
Last question I had for you about your duck adventure.
Yeah.
I've seen your antelope wall. We got a duck wall
Yes.
coming. Do we really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You've had some?
I'm a collector. I am
You're a collector.
collection
I know.
guy.
You
I'm a
mentioned that. That's
collector.
why I asked.
Yeah.
So you've got one building?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be
I've got
fun.
like of the collection wall, like because I'm doing a collection wall, which is I'm going to do that a very specific way. I have like 7 right now of different species, but overall I've got like 18 in the freezer that I'm going to mount in different ways.
That'd be cool.
I'm making up for lost time, man.
That'll be one more reason people will stop into the office and get a little tour, see the duck wall.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I'm stoked for you. Like, it's fun to talk to you and just see the enthusiasm.
I hope people, like, I'm long-winded as it is, and then you get me talking about something I'm like super passionate about.
We're gonna talk more dogs. We're gonna do some more of this in the future.
People appreciate it, but
I know we talked about, we're at the Western Hunt Expo. We're gonna talk to a guy that's a dog trainer. That's what he does specifically. So that's really cool too. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really excited on that one for multiple reasons. Selfish more so than anything else, but so Roddy Best.
Mm-hmm.
I met him at the Western Hunt Expo 2 years ago. He's a bird hunter because he's a professional dog trainer and like a wildly high level dog trainer. His name's Roddy Best. He owns Best Retrievers Training. It's in Texas. GOHUNT. He found GOHUNT just on his own. Became a big game hunter, like through our product and through what we do. So like, the validation of him coming up to me and saying, man, I've hunted here in New Mexico now. I've done this, I've done that, all because of you guys. And then he's a dog trainer, and we started talking about camo. Listened to the podcast, and he's like, hey, what's your plan with him? And actually, this is good too. A lot of people have been asking where camo is, and I've done a terrible job of talking about that. Talking to him at the Western Hunt Expo, the breed of dog I have, which is very different than a lab. It's the Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever. Very different. He was really interested on training a different breed dog, and I was very interested in camo him. I'm like, he seems to be really smart, have a ton of drive, and I almost feel like my Chesapeake. I have scars with my Chesapeake. She was way better than I was.
Right.
Like, man, if I would have sent her off, who knows how good of a dog she could have been? Because my dumb ass got her to be like pretty damn incredible, like impressive. I would hunt with people and they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, somehow my dumb ass got her to do
to
this,
that point.
So anyways, him and I were talking, and he was like, dude, I want to take camo. Like, I'll take him into my house. Like, he'll live with me and family because you're a family guy and everything. I'm like, dude, I can't pass that up. Are you serious?
The camo's in boarding school.
So he's in training camp. So I tell my kids.
Training camp.
We watch Hard Knocks football. I'm like, dude, that's where camo. He's in training camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool. That'd be fun.
So that's where camo is. And so I want to catch up on him about like big game. What got him into it?
Yep.
Why go hunt? Like, what did he find so much value in? How did he get so many tags so fast? Because he did, man. He was applying and had tags all over. Yeah. And also catch up on him with why he's such a good dog trainer and what he's doing with camo.
I'm interested in that too, for sure. So we'll have some more stuff coming, more waterfowl stuff, and I think it's applicable, dog included.
See, the good news about that one, it'll be a mix. He's a big game guy too, so I don't feel as bad at talking about an hour and a half.
Well, I think I was
birds.
telling you when you pitched the idea, you said, what do you think? And I said, I think it's great because I genuinely don't know shit about it. I have a dog that has no training at home, and even though she's not a bird dog, it would be nice to know, should I get another dog, or even if you can teach an old dog new tricks, pardon the,
He has a, I'm terrible with words today. What's the word? Obedience, like general obedience. He has that school too. It's not just gun dogs.
She might be past it, my dog at home. Which
we'll ask.
I'll ask you. I'd like to figure.
Hey, here's what my dog
does.
There's
only a couple things I would like to figure out. Beyond that, I'm kind of all right.
Do you have like 2 things you would want to change?
Yeah, I mean, I'd just like her to not be a complete dick to other dogs. Would be cool. That'd be great. If I could figure that out, that'd be awesome. Yeah, if every time I went out to go running, I didn't have to just keep her on a super short leash and just have her lose her mind when she sees another dog.
We'll have to ask Roddy.
That'd be great.
I guarantee he has an answer. Like, that would be my guess.
That'd be great. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Should we jump into questions? Here's my idea. So okay, we're gonna do some Q&A. We're an hour in, but that's okay. We had a bunch of questions, but I think the way I want to run through these is I was thinking is let's be like super concise. So I'm gonna give you 2 sentences, 3 sentences, and we're just gonna run through these fast-paced edition. Does that sound good?
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Rapid fire. So let's
kind of how you should bow.
Yeah, not me. Let's run through rapid fire. So first one, 5 points for antelope, Wyoming. What should I chase? Public land percentage or trophy potential?
Not mutually exclusive, in my opinion. I think you can look at them both.
Okay.
Chase them both.
Yep.
I think so.
With corner crossing now legal,
Yeah.
trophy potential, because now you can corner cross and now you can get into those areas that typically took less points to draw because that's because you didn't have a lot of public land that was accessible.
Yeah.
Now with corner crossing, you probably can look at a bunch of those options and get into some better antelope hunts for less points.
Drove through this last year on going elk hunting, not where I was elk hunting, but going to where we were elk hunting with corner crossing. Now legal. There was a couple bucks that it wouldn't traditionally be like, oh man, this is going to be like tons. There's not tons of public, but with corner crossing, I could have killed quite a few of those when I looked at the maps.
I'm going to say...
I would say trophy potential with a decent amount of public.
You definitely still want a decent amount because corner crossing is still very difficult, like trying to find the corner post and make sure you're doing it legally.
I think you can work those two together. I don't think they have to be two completely separate things. I think you can look at both.
I'm going to take a slightly different take, and I'm going to say public land percentage and draw odds are almost tied completely together. So the more public land in an area, it requires the number of points to draw it because it's like tied to public land, right? And there are some caveats, like you're saying, with corner crossing. Trophy potential for antelope, for me, is like a bit of an anomaly, if you will.
You're just not a real antelope. Not a pronghorn guy. I get it.
I would say I wouldn't personally chase trophy potential to like the 12, 15 point range, thinking that I'm going to go on a hunt and kill an 80-inch buck guaranteed. I would burn it at 5, and I would go on antelope, and I would do it as often as you possibly can. I think for antelope, it's a law of averages. The more of them you kill, the likelihood of killing an 80-incher goes up.
Well, and me and you have said specifically before, and I completely agree, is throw a dart at the state of Wyoming.
Yep.
And you got just as good a chance there as really any of the other
you can
spots.
kill a great buck in any unit. Yep.
But I would pay attention to trophy potential.
I would pay attention to it, but I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket.
I would weight the 250-50. That's what I would do.
Fair enough. Moving on. Next one. Best state or states to save points for a quality mule deer hunt, potentially 5 to 8 points. Just name them off.
I have to?
Yeah.
Of just bonus points to
States,
add them up?
Colorado, Wyoming.
Yep. Colorado, Wyoming.
Utah,
Arizona
general season
for coos if you want to do coos.
I would say Colorado, Wyoming. I would say Utah general season. Yep. And again, quality is subjective.
Was this mule deer specific?
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
Quality is subjective, but I would say general season Utah for 5 to 8 points. You could definitely draw a tag and go on a pretty decent general season deer hunt. But I would say Wyoming, Colorado, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Colorado, Wyoming for sure.
None of those are really jumping out at me. So I would say those would be the 3.
Yeah, depending on who's looking for quality.
You're a Utah general guy. I wouldn't have said that one.
Again, it's subjective, right? Like quality. What do you mean by quality?
Your son's hunt was super quality.
It was great. Quality hunt. I would call it a quality hunt. So I think it's definitely available, and you should pursue it because you could on any given year in the right moment, in the right day, you could kill a really nice buck on a general season hunt, on a rifle hunt. So I would say, and it's worth the points, in my opinion.
Coming off your son's hunt, that was quality. I would do that hunt.
Mm-hmm. This one is more of a statement than a question. I'm just going to read it. Hopefully Brady stops wasting his time with them pesky deer hunts and does more elk hunts this year. So that's just some advice. That's some advice.
It's quality advice.
Yeah, I'm gonna concur with that one.
And I think the funny thing is and now I'll consider him a buddy of mine. I ran into him in the field at one point, and we exchanged contact info. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so it's a fun rib too. But
a little jab.
Yeah.
Or you just ditch them all together and come bird hunting with me.
Come bird hunting.
Yeah. Next one. Looking at adding a 4th state to my lineup, I already have Wyoming, Montana, Colorado. Would you go New Mexico or Arizona?
For adding another state to continue with the trend, I would probably say if you're just starting now, Arizona might not be the best idea, depending on how old you are. Maybe add New Mexico because of the randomness. There's still a lot of good opportunities in New Mexico.
I would do New Mexico. The only caveat is the expense of fronting.
You have to front the cost.
So if you can do that, I would do New Mexico.
Yep. So you're not building any points in New Mexico because it's totally random.
That's why we would do it.
Yep. So you have to front the cost. I would say New Mexico anyway.
Yeah.
I would say apply. I think people should apply in New Mexico, and even if it's for like a couple species, if it's
I only do 3.
I only do 2 or 3 myself. So you have to buy the hunting license, which I think is about $79 at this point, and then you have to front the cost, which is expensive. I agree.
It adds up.
Yeah, and then again, this is some of these questions you got to read into a little bit to peel apart the layers and see. So Arizona Arizona deer, unless you're a Coues deer hunter,
That's yeah,
you
exactly.
know, sure, you may want to pursue Arizona if you're interested in Coues deer.
But as far as antelope, mule deer,
I would say
elk,
no.
sheep, no. I mean,
Elk, maybe. Depends. If you're looking at a late season hunt where you want to deal with a lot of people or really tough success opportunities like a late season archery hunt, I would say, yeah, go for it. But it's not like that one's like
New Mexico would produce more quality hunts more often.
Yeah, depending on what you apply for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
But if you did it the right way, if you're going for opportunity in New Mexico.
Yeah. So I guess maybe the easiest way for me to wrap it up with a bow, in my opinion, is if you're looking for a quality elk hunt, it's probably best to skip Arizona because the chances of drawing that tag are slim to none, and you're $160 guaranteed every year that you're into it. New Mexico's probably a better bet for you. If you're looking at like an opportunity style elk hunt, maybe a late season archery elk tag that you can draw with 5 or 6 points, then it might be worth it to you. But, wholeheartedly realize you're in for a tough hunt and you may not tag out. Mm-hmm. And then deer, opportunity mule deer, maybe. It's not great. You're not going to draw the strip. Probably you're not going to draw the Kaibab.
No.
And the people I do know some people who have consistently tried to go to that state and hunt those rifle hunts that take handful of points,
and it's just
they're tough.
Yeah,
they're tough.
They're hunting 3 points and fork and horns.
Yeah, they're hard.
Like
Coues deer would be the only reason.
Coues deer,
yeah.
Coues deer were like easy to draw, not late archery elk hunts or late rifle hunts. Okay. How can I find out what units I can draw as a second choice in Colorado for elk non-resident archery? So I'll answer this one. This one's really easy. You just go into your insider account, you pull up standalone draw odds, you click the state of Colorado, you click the species, elk, you go down and you change the weapon to archery, and then you scroll up and you're going to see a little box that says hunt choice or choice. You're just going to change the choice from first choice to second choice. That's going to give you the draw odds for every single archery hunt for elk in the state of Colorado as a second choice. So
the answer, insider.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Use your insider account. That's the easiest way.
I got someone to roll off while you're.
Okay.
What state/hunt is the best value? Tags are getting expensive.
Best value?
What do you think? Which state is the best value right now?
Value. Probably, man, I'm calculating the cost.
If you're a Nevada resident, it's Nevada.
Yeah, I'm calculating I would say your home state for one. So
Yeah.
if you live in your home state, exploit that. And then above and beyond that, I would say probably Colorado.
Yep.
Colorado, the cost of the license isn't that much to apply. And then the licenses, they're more expensive than some states, but they're still kind of in the mix, I would say. And then your opportunity to go hunting and actually tag out, I would say, is probably higher. They have the largest elk herd in the lower 48. Yeah. Well, anywhere. Largest elk herd. You got good mule deer herds, antelope hunting opportunities, and your applications are relatively cheap, and you can build preference points for that. So I would say right now, currently, Colorado.
Yep. That's why I got written down Colorado.
Okay. I nailed that one. Okay. This guy says, can I draw a 0-point third or fourth season Colorado rifle deer tag in the secondary draw?
Can you draw a Colorado third or fourth in the second draw?
Secondary draw. So what he's asking, and this is a 2-part question, I would say. So one, first, before you consider if it's available to draw in the secondary draw, I would say, are there third and fourth season rifle deer hunts that you can draw as a second choice
Yeah.
in
Was
the
this elk or
primary
deer?
draw? Yeah. Deer.
Okay.
Deer tag. So I would say before you
correct.
try to figure out if you can draw it in the secondary draw, I would first do some research to find out if you can draw it as a second choice in the primary draw.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that, again, by going to your insider account, just like I said, and exploring draw odds as a second choice just by changing that draw choice drop-down box in your draw odds in your insider account. So what that would allow you to do is you could apply for a preference point as your first choice, draw tag as a second choice. And I did a quick look, and there were deer permits that were allocated as a second choice for third and fourth season.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a check. There are some.
Yep. And the difficult part of waiting to the true secondary draw in Colorado is the youth preference thing.
Yeah, 100% youth in the secondary draw. So if a youth applies for it, they get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wouldn't wait for the secondary draw. I guess is what I'm trying to say. If
Yeah.
you can draw it as a
Figure out how
second
to be
choice.
scrappy and see if you can pick it up a second choice.
Mm-hmm. Good one. Like that one. Okay, where would you apply first time out of state antelope hunt on public land?
What's his residency? What's
I would just guess East Coast maybe. And say-
Probably.
yeah, so we'll just say none of the states with antelope.
Say what?
He's from a state not
Yeah,
with
must not
antelope.
have a-
So like he's non-resident all the way through.
Yeah, I would assume.
Wyoming.
Yeah, and I would throw. Yeah, I would say definitely Wyoming for sure. What about Montana?
Mm-hmm. That
Yeah.
sounds great.
Montana is right up there, I would say, and then I would even say Colorado is kind of underutilized.
Yeah, totally agree.
Just to look to see, even if there aren't units that you can't draw with no points, you can build just a few points and you can go on an antelope hunt in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
The other one that I don't hear getting talked about too much is Idaho. So Idaho, completely random draw. You might as well throw your name in for an antelope hunt in the state of Idaho, especially if you buy the hunting license to apply for elk and deer.
And from what I hear in Idaho, been spending a lot of time there with waterfowl.
Mm-hmm.
What I hear is farmers, ranchers, very friendly to people chasing antelope.
Given access.
Yeah, that's been kind of the word I've been given.
Yep.
Because I've seen some and asked, and
Mm-hmm.
supposedly it's pretty good, pretty easy to go knock on a door and ask for antelope.
Last thing I'll say on that one is if you are an archery hunter, there are guaranteed archery draw tags in Idaho.
Yeah.
So you can buy those over the counter. Not over the counter, but you have to apply for it as a first choice.
But it is guaranteed.
You're guaranteed it. Yep. So that's just throw that in there. Another one. Brady, you have some more too, but I'm going to run through these real quick.
Yeah.
Any advice for Canadians wanting to put in for draws in the States?
Do it.
Yeah. That's
Like,
it.
absolutely do it.
Yeah. Take hunter safety if you haven't had it. You're going to have to have that. You're just going to apply as a non-resident. So you're no different than, somebody from Michigan that applies in Montana or Utah or anywhere.
He's honestly no different than me. I'm locked out of everything in my home state now.
Yeah,
I'm on waiting periods.
You're just a non-resident.
So me and you, we're the same. Non-residents everywhere we're applying.
So I would say do it. So that's a hurdle. Hunter safety, just apply. Your application strategy articles that we have within your insider account, I would say if you're really unfamiliar with those, jump in those and read those and get to understand the draws. That's the
depending
first
on
step.
where he is in Canada too. I mean, if he's west side, Montana, great. Wyoming, great.
Sure.
Like Idaho, it's that north stuff is pretty opportunity based, right?
Yeah.
Idaho.
Panhandle.
Yep. Later
Yeah,
season
sure.
season dates too.
So it's, do it.
Yep. Yeah, but you're gonna have to do some reading.
Yeah.
Right. So use those application strategy articles and get yourself an insider account if you don't have one. And then, just apply.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any reason not to.
No, just do it. Okay, Brady, this one's for you. Muzzleloader recommendations that can cover as many states as possible.
Yep. This is one I had written down. I was going to bring up in a second. This one I think is fairly easy but complicated.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I would get a
Say
setup.
what?
Because there's several states that have different regulations on muzzleloader. So if you want to hunt Colorado, for example, you have to have a 50 cal for elk. So that's opens up a can of worms. It's do you get a 50 cal? Do you get a 45 cal? So if you
Kind of have to have two different.
you kind of almost have to have two different. But if this guy just wants one that can cover as many states as possible, he's potentially going to go elk hunting at one point with the muzzleloader. I would maybe suggest someone to get a 50 cal. I don't personally own a 50 cal. I have a 45 cal, but I'm just not going to hunt elk. Yeah,
And I mean,
I can find something. to borrow if
you have
need to.
a network.
So I feel like the 45 cal is a better shooting
Shooter.
muzzleloader.
Yeah.
So I would maybe suggest that. But if you just want one, get that 50 cal. I would get a muzzleloader that has the ability to have a Picatinny rail on the top that you would typically see on a rifle. So you could add a rifle scope on there for states where it is legal, or a 1X scope, again, if it's legal. And then you could pop that off if you're going to a different state. And then you could add a muzzleloader peep sight that accepts a Picatinny rail. So basically you're swapping back and forth the same parts. You don't have to take it all apart, put it back together. You're just taking little bits of parts off, and that would just make it easier. Then get a really good quality open sight, preferably an adjustable one if possible. They are really expensive. But that way you can just have a do-it-all muzzleloader that's going to work in a bunch of different states. Obviously, these more primitive states like Idaho or the traditional hunt in Montana, a lot of these muzzleloaders aren't going to be legal for. So I'm talking about basically inline muzzleloaders and just Yeah.
Most states you can use it inline. So
Most states.
New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, Colorado.
Yep. And that way, like I said, you can just swap parts back and forth and then apply, because muzzleloader draws are phenomenal across the West. And it's a really, really fun hunt. Really good season dates for the most
Black
part.
powder is pretty fun to hunt with.
Way fun.
I do enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
And I don't know, brand wise, I've only used, I've had a Remington Ultimate that I killed some deer with, muzzleloader. I've had a CVA Paramount Pro that I've killed some deer with. And then I have an Arrowhead muzzleloader. I've got
a Thompson Center. It's still my original OG.
Yeah.
TC.
The old TC with the thumb hole stock. It's been great.
If you don't have to go and break the bank if you don't want to. If you're going to be in this for a long haul and want to get really addicted, yeah, sure. I love my Arrowhead.
Yeah, I think I paid $400 maybe for mine.
So you don't need the best of the best system.
Yep.
But it's like
depending on the state you live in, they can ship it right to your door too.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't need an FFL. So
Like in Nevada, we can ship them right to our door.
There's definitely a lot of upside to muzzleloader hunting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, next one. I have 5 Colorado elk points. Do I burn them this year or hold them over for when the draw changes Brady?
I feel like that's a you question. You're so good at
that.
Sorry, what was the question?
I'm just messing around.
I would say burn them.
I'll take that. So you got 5 points. I would say first and foremost, consider your objectives. So like if you want to go on a hunt and chase the best of the best, best units, biggest bulls, you've got 5 points, you'd have another couple points. You might go 7 points into 2028. You would have a leg up on a lot of other applicants that have less points in the random portion of that draw. So, and you can also apply at that point for some of those very best units that you've never really had any opportunity at all to chase. So that's one consideration. Just like, what are your objectives, right? The other side of the coin is your 5 points or 7 points when you get to that level are going to be worth less because there's 50% less permits that are going to be guaranteed to the people with the most preference points. So that unit that was, you could draw at like 5 or 7 points, that might be a 9 or 10 point unit at this point because there's just less permits available. So, 5 isn't a ton, but I would say you're not going to catch any of the like premier units in the next 2 years, right? It's not going to happen, and you have no chance to draw those. The difference between a 5 point unit and maybe a unit that is 15 points in terms of quality, in my opinion, in Colorado, isn't that big. So I would say, think about your objectives. I guess my advice would be is, burn them in the next year and go hunting.
My gut response is burn them.
So what if you had 10 points?
I'd burn them. I'd definitely burn them. The more points you have, I would say the more points you have, the bigger my advice to burn those points because they're going to before they change because they're going to be worth less.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the people that have like 1 to 5 that you're kind of at a point where you're like, yeah, maybe I'll wait and just like throw my name in the ring for a really good elk tag that I've never had an opportunity to draw. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
We had the same question: burn 3 or 4 Colorado points, or save them and try to get the new draw system. So, what about 3 points?
Again, it comes back to personal objectives. Preference. Yeah, personal preference on what you want to do. You're kind of in between. It's like you got a tough decision to make.
Bird in the hand for me.
Yeah,
that's kind of my thought.
Yeah.
So here's a follow-up question to that we also got asked that kind of pertains into this: is a low point Colorado 1 to 2 point archery elk tag worth your time?
Yes.
So those are all the ones that previously were over the counter and now are draw.
Absolutely.
So that's also how you're going to burn your points, and then how this change going to happen coming up too. So,
and again, there's a lot of subjectivity built in these, right? So it's like, is it worth your time? Is it worth my time? For sure. It's absolutely worth my time. I've killed 300 bulls on what was an OTC unit that's now a draw unit that you can draw with 0 points or 1 point. I would say it was definitely worth my time. I had a blast. The elk were rutting. I saw plenty of decent bulls. We saw some bulls that were north of 300. For me, that's totally worth it. For a guy that wants to chase 320 plus bulls, probably not worth it. So, but I would say yes. This is the other part of this. I don't get sick of it, but I get this question a lot where it's like, what easy to draw elk unit should I put in for? Like, what's the best unit, right? It's like, well, any of them have elk in it. The one that's the best is the one that fits your style of hunting. So if you want a backpack hunt, pick a unit that has remote country that you can get away from people in backpack. If you like roads and access, pick a unit that's that. You know, if you like pinyon and juniper, pick a unit that's got pinyon and juniper. If you like high alpine, do that. But any one of them, if they have enough, any one of them has enough elk to have a good hunt. It just depends on your hunting style and what you want to do. Does that answer that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next one. You ready?
Yep.
You guys will like this one. I'm interested actually genuinely in how you answer this one. So if you could only choose one, are you applying for Arizona or Nevada for a non-resident?
Nevada.
Really?
Yep.
I will disagree with you.
I won't.
You can't disagree. You'll disagree with me, but you can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with myself.
Why Nevada?
You get 5 choices.
Mm-hmm.
You get it's a bonus point system with random size, so I can draw any year I apply. A lot better chances of Arizona though.
Arizona's got a random portion.
I know, but it's better.
And a lot. Why is it better?
It just is.
The draw odds are worse.
Are they
in
though?
Nevada? Yeah.
I'm talking about deer.
I'm talking about all things considered.
I think you can get a quality deer hunt in Nevada sooner than you can get a quality deer hunt in Arizona.
That's fair.
So why are you arguing with me then? I just won.
Well, wait.
Like, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It's cheaper to apply in Arizona. So it's
So
it's $160.
Nevada has first come, first serve.
And then it's a $15 app fee.
Arizona doesn't have
Not
first
for
come,
non-residents, it's a moot point, first come, first serve. I mean, I know a few guys, but that'd have to be your full-time job to pick up a permit as a first come, first
If you
serve.
want something bad enough in life, you will do what needs to be done to try to get a tag.
Are you interested in all species?
Doesn't say, but if I was making a value judgment, if I was looking at it from a state perspective, like I'm going to pick a new state to apply for, build points in, and go hunting, which one of these is the better option? I personally would say Arizona. It's based on the fact that it's cheaper every year. Your draw odds are generally better across the board. So they're a little bit better for elk. They're better for deer. And there's opportunity deer hunts that you can pick up pretty quick. You can hunt coos deer in Arizona if you want to burn your deer points.
This is what I was getting at. So Nevada has the edge on a better mule deer hunt, better antelope hunt.
And a better elk hunt, in my opinion, if you draw it.
Yeah, but Nevada has the edge on mule deer and antelope.
How many times have you had an antelope hunt in Nevada?
I've had 2.
How much better was that antelope hunt in Nevada compared to Arizona?
It was better, but I also felt like I was
had the
lucky.
edge.
Were you a non-resident?
I
Those
also
two
felt like I
have
was
the edge
lucky.
in Nevada, but unequivocally, Arizona has the edge on elk and coos deer. We don't have coos deer, so obviously, but like if you're taking mule deer out of
and sheep,
out of
your
it
sixes.
in Arizona, it's sheep. It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
I mean, I will say, Nevada, you can apply for rocky and desert, which
But
still doesn't matter.
I know, still a moot point, but it's an added application. It's one more opportunity. You can also apply as a non-resident for mountain goat in Nevada, which is,
I mean, if that's what you want to chase and do, you have a chance.
I just think
But Arizona, like if you want to hunt opportunity, coos, elk, like Arizona is pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty damn good.
Here's
I would take a Nevada mule deer and Nevada antelope tag over Arizona.
Agreed. Day. I agree with that.
But the hard part with Arizona is though, it's like you still have the.
It's a loaded question.
I've hunted elk 4 times in the last 12 years in Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona has.
I probably will not ever hunt elk in Nevada in my lifetime.
Arizona has sneaky good opportunity for non-resident elk.
I have deer points in Arizona. I could burn at any time and guarantee myself a permit.
But is it one that
I can't ever guarantee myself in Nevada?
But here's the problem I have.
It is totally random.
But you've had some damn good tags.
I have, but I've also been lucky, I feel like, and one of them, I mean, an antelope tag I picked up off the secondary draw. I drew that as in the secondary draw. Even though the antelope tag that I drew as an archery, my odds weren't great. They weren't good. I mean, they were like 5%.
Better than anything in Arizona, though. Arizona as a non-resident.
Yeah, Arizona for antelope. I'm just going to cross that off.
I can't.
For the most part,
I have 17 in Arizona.
I'm just saying there's more deer hunts in Arizona that I can guarantee myself to go hunt.
But are they worth?
I can't guarantee hardly anything in Nevada.
True, that does suck.
And it's
That's a
more
good point.
expensive.
I don't like that Arizona has the max point pool, though. If I'm someone who doesn't have max points, I'm automatically not eligible for that percentage of tags every single year. So you're cutting off my non-resident chance. Where Nevada doesn't
up
have
to
that.
5% of the total tags for non-resident can go on the max point pool.
And that's I'm only able then for 5%. So Nevada has a better system for a non-resident because we don't have that ability. You can draw at any time, and you're not limited to just that 5. You get all the 10.
It's a loaded question.
It is loaded.
Each state has an edge somewhere.
Mhm.
Just personal preference.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
And maybe it boils down to what you're most interested in hunting. If you're most interested in hunting elk, unequivocally, I would say as a non-resident, it's better to put your money and time into Arizona, because your odds of ever drawing Nevada are slim to nil.
If you just want to go hunting opportunity, it's Arizona, because your Coues opportunity, like really good, enjoyable hunts,
Great hunt,
fun hunts,
mm-hmm.
and then the elk. I would say Arizona.
I think I won. Judge Judy ruled me the winner on this one.
But mule deer,
Sorry,
mule deer and antelope I would apply in Nevada all day long as a non-resident over Arizona.
Yeah, I have a love-hate with Nevada. I love Nevada for the resource that you guys have. And I say you guys like I'm not sitting in Nevada.
It's us doing it.
It's us. You two specifically.
Yeah, we're the ones doing it.
I love the resource. So like giant bull elk. I love the fact that there's giant bull elk in Nevada, and I dream of drawing one. And if I draw one of those, I'm going to be.
It's the most enjoyable elk hunt on planet Earth.
Yeah, you
there's
guys will.
No one in the field
For sure. I love that. I love it to death. But my odds are so poor. And then every year Nevada's a state where I'm just like, I have no idea. Whereas in Arizona, I can plan. I can be like, yeah, I can draw that elk tag. I can guarantee it with the number of points I have. Plus I get a loyalty point, a hunter head point.
It's the money grab. It makes it so you just have to have it.
I can guarantee myself permits in Arizona. I can guarantee I can go on a deer hunt anytime I want, basically, whether it's a Coues deer or mule deer hunt. And sure, they're not the biggest of the big, but I can guarantee.
Those Coues deer opportunity hunts are
Coues
good.
Deer, yeah, absolutely.
It's personal. If you're just chasing hunt opportunity, it is Arizona, because you can draw those Coues deer tags every pretty often. 3 years, 4 years, like good Coues tags.
For sure.
Real good Coues tags.
For sure.
You haven't brought up one species yet that you can hunt.
Javelina.
Is that going to give us this leg up because you can hunt javelina?
For sure.
And as of this year too, I mean, someone shot a mountain goat in Arizona.
We should do a T-shirt that just has a javelina on it with it just says "built for bow hunting" on the bottom.
Yeah,
they are,
because they are
can't
built for bow hunting, and it's a great time of year to be down there hunting them. Yeah,
Cootymundis.
Cootymundis. Absolutely.
All right, Arizona. Judge Judy ruled. Judge Judy ruled. It's Arizona.
Man, that one took me a hot minute, but we did it.
I just love being able to argue with you.
Okay. This one I'm going to run through real quick. Best advice for late season archery elk application for a non-resident, since we just touched on Arizona, I assume. I would say just review the draw odds, see the number of points you got. Look, depending on how many points you want to burn on it. You have all types in Arizona. So you got northern Arizona where you got a bunch of yellow pine and a bunch of, it's a lot of flat topography. That can be really tough late season archery elk hunting. I would say kind of the central units, you definitely have a lot more topography. In my opinion, it's a lot more conducive to spot and stock archery late season hunting. So I would say look for some topography. Look for some units that you can get away from people. If you like to hike and backpack, that's a great advantage in my opinion. And then review the number of points that you've got, your draw odds, and make a selection and go for it. The great thing about those late archery hunts is you can generally turn those over every 4 to 5, 7 years, something like that. So you can go on a hunt. Like I said, I've had 4 tags in the last 12 years, so I think it's a good option. Okay, last one for me, and then you've got some. I know that. This is the last one for me. What state should a non-resident just getting into elk hunting not waste their time putting in for?
Nevada.
Good one. I like it. Yeah, and it's. I mean, you say it tongue in cheek, but
it's true.
There's honestly worth considering and thinking about it.
At it.
Yep.
California, Oregon, Washington.
Okay. Yep.
So Nevada, California, Oregon, Washington. Take those out.
I would. Yeah. I would say California, Oregon, Washington, and then 2 that are on the fence. You're going to have to make an economic decision, cost value judgment in Nevada and Arizona.
Make the same argument for Utah.
Yeah, as a non-resident, for sure. You could make the same,
Unless
same
you're doing
argument.
some of the
if you're
OTC
only
stuff.
interested in elk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it leaves you with Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Montana.
Mhm.
Like those. That's
And I
it.
would throw New Mexico in there.
And New Mexico.
Yep,
Yeah.
as a random
So
draw.
that's your 5.
That was
What
it.
about some of the East Coast stuff? Would you?
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, Pennsylvania,
Sure,
Virginia,
go for it.
Kentucky.
I don't apply there, but
Why not?
I got.
Is
I
it a
got
cost value thing, or just because you just don't care to go to a non-mountain state?
I mean, I hunt elk here, close to home.
So you thinking everyone over there should just hunt?
I'm gonna go back there and hunt whitetail. I don't want to go back there and hunt elk. That might be it.
Maybe.
I want to hunt.
I would. I don't apply for it, and I don't know why I don't apply for it. Probably because I apply enough out here, and like I just getting into another draw, whatever. This is where Insider Plus would come in. If I was an Insider Plus member, I'd for sure be applying there because I don't want to deal with it personally. But if I had somebody doing it, I would. I would like to. I mean, call a bull out of a cornfield, like that's an experience. I'd love that.
Man, I see Pennsylvania. Those guys are hunting that reclaimed coal mine country.
Yeah,
you know,
it'd be
it's
cool.
super green, and there's some giant bulls there.
Yeah.
I see the draw. I don't know.
I watched a video of guys calling a 330 bull out of a cornfield. Got me going. I was like, that is cool. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Go some big bulls in Oklahoma.
yeah. If I'm going east, I'm hunting whitetail.
I'm
not
hunting
going
waterfowl.
back.
If I'm going to Oklahoma,
I'm not going back there to hunt elk. Next question.
Next question. All right, my turn, huh?
Yep.
When multi-state planning, multi-species planning, how do you decide when to pull the trigger?
I try to pull the best tag for the number of points I got. So I'm trying to make the most of my points. And I'm reviewing draw odds. And like, so for example, let's talk Arizona deer, right? I think I'm sitting on, I don't know, 12 or 14, something like that. I'm not going to probably catch the strip ever, a max point pull. I didn't know that, so I've looked at the draw odds, and so I'm kind of reviewing what is the best possible tag that I can get with the number of points I've got within a reasonable amount of time. So that's part of it, I would say. I'm trying to maximize the points that I've got.
Yep.
And then
Try not to carry too many when you could have already burned them and started over again.
Yep.
I look at that.
And then I would say a lot of it's personal, right? So like I build deer points all over, and I have no problem stacking those up because I'm just not as interested in going out of state to hunt mule deer as I am to go out of state and hunt elk. So I burn my elk tags or my elk points. I turn those over pretty quick. Like just whenever I want an elk tag every year, whatever state I've got the number of points to draw an elk tag, I'm going to burn those and go on an elk hunt. And I just rotate through the different states. So I've got an elk tag every single year, and I'm just going to different states. Deer tags are less important to me. I can hunt my home state of Utah, so that's my priority. And I just build points until I get to a level where I'm like, yeah, I have the number of points to draw a hunt that kind of meets my expectations for what I want in a deer hunt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's how I look at it.
I do the same thing with deer. I build elk points everywhere, not really concerned about burning them, but I will eventually, and I'll be able to stack it in there. What I had wrote down for this as well is what will actually fit in your schedule.
Sure.
I do look at that a lot when I'm doing the multi-species, multi-state thing. Like, do I have an opportunity for this to fit in my schedule this year? If I do, like, great, because I built points for it. So that's why I like the multi-state, multi-species strategy is I can always fill something in with the points I carry. And like I've been saying, I've been trying to go blacktail hunting for a while. I know I could fit that in somewhere. Probably fits my schedule. I'll also do look at weather patterns as well. Like I'm not going to go burn a deer hunt after a winter kill. Like I will, like sure, there's people that say, oh yeah, there's less people in the field. A few deer that could be there, could be big, but it's like, well, I'm out of state. I'm not going to do it unless it was a local hunt. So I do look at weather patterns. Or if I had, 25 some elk points and I was going to go hunt Arizona, I'm not going to go in the drought year.
Yep.
Like I know I can wait till the next year to draw the tag.
Yep.
So like I look at weather patterns a lot too.
Yeah, and you also should be looking at permit numbers and see what the fluctuation's going to be. Maybe
That's another good example. Sorry to jump back to
No,
it.
you're great.
About the Arizona Nevada thing. Is I drew my deer tag finally on not a good year.
You
Terrible
can't
year.
plan it.
But I didn't want to turn it back in
Sure.
because I can't get it again the next year.
Yeah, where a state like Arizona, you could potentially.
Judge Judy Arizona.
Yeah, you could have point guarded that, and if you had max points, you could have drawn the next year.
That just reminded me, like, that sucked that I drew it on not a good year with 13 points.
Yep.
And I couldn't get myself to turn it back in because who knows when I get it again.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Way to toss salt on my open wound as well.
Brought that back.
But that Brady.
That opened up another.
I gave the old one too.
Yeah.
I think it's just because of the javelina.
Sure.
No.
What else you got? Because I got to pee. We got to run through these.
No, I got a lot.
You too?
No.
You have a lot of questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta give the people what they want.
All right. I'm going to have to hold it.
Idaho second chance drawing and next steps if not drawn. How does this system work? All right. So we've already had the first drawing already came. Draw results came out. I did not draw. I heard someone at this table did draw. I won't say who.
That was me.
Rub it in. So second application period for non-residents only. Again, this is non-residents. It is February 5th to the 15th of 2026. It's the same exact method as the first draw. You get submit up to 5 hunt choices, unit/zones for deer and elk. You can have up to 4 people apply together as a party. One person draws. Everyone in the group gets a tag as long as there's enough tags for party members. So yeah, if your group gets pulled and there's only one tag and you have 4 people, you're not going to get a tag. But
no application fee.
No application fee.
Random draw.
Random draw. You have to buy a hunting license, and it is non-refundable. So that's a big thing too. So then he added
just buy a small game license and a federal bird stamp.
And people that didn't apply in the primary draw, they can apply in the secondary draw, right?
Correct.
If they buy a hunting license.
Yep. If you did draw something in the first draw and elected to turn it back in or not pay for it, you cannot go into the second draw.
Okay. Interesting.
And then he says what other next steps if not drawn. So basically, if you don't draw again in the second draw, you have controlled draw later in the year, you can still apply for. So applying in these general season non-resident deer and elk draws does not affect your ability to apply in the controlled draw at all. And if you do draw one of these tags right now, you can still apply in the controlled draw, and then you can elect to turn back in your general tag and accept the controlled or vice versa. And then other opportunities beyond that. So Idaho has actually already released their 2026 return tag sale dates. So this is going to be the same way they've been in previous years, where 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, you have to jump in the little like online waiting room thing, and all the people are randomized, and then you get it moving through the line and pick up a tag. It's kind of a mess. But the first date is April 23rd. Second one, June 25th. Third is August 6th. And the last one is September 17th. And obviously those are determined if people do turn back tags. Mm-hmm. So if they have any people turn back in, then they'll go to those return tags.
Which they will.
Yeah, they always will. When other people draw other tags in other states, they'll turn back their tags. Or again, in the second draw, people might not actually pay for their permits, and then they'll...
It's worth checking out.
Moved on to the later part.
And if you have a tag in Idaho and you want to turn it back in, it behooves you to do it sooner than later, because those are prorated based on how much you're refunded.
Good call.
It's actually a smart way to do it. More states should do that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure it's an admin nightmare. Or
I'm sure.
Could
but that's
be.
a good way
could be,
to do it.
But I like it.
Nevada would.
It gives people chances, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nevada would benefit from.
Brady likes the first come, first serve.
The day before the hunt.
Hour before it starts. The day after.
Yeah. I'm just willing to be up at 3 a.m., be up at midnight trying to check tags.
I'm willing
that.
too, but I got these two little shitheads that just...
I will say I like it. It's kind of fun.
It is fun. But when you got two little shitheads at home and a family and this and that, it's like, I can't do a 24-hour notice for a 10-day hunt.
It's better than other states where people cheat the system and trying to create bots to get tags, and I can never get one.
That's true.
So... where do you start when trying to apply for a new state you know nothing about, i.e. Idaho and Wyoming? I
would make your homepage the GOHUNT application strategy article.
Like, no question.
That page. I would start there.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that, like, it may sound so self-serving because we are GOHUNT, but, like, genuinely, to try to get away from that as much as possible, like, that is where you start.
Yep. Why?
Because it gives you everything that you need to know. It's going to break down the draw process. It's going to give you the dates. It's going to give you all the details that you really need to know. And it's not going to give you 60 pages of a regulation book that is just a lot of fluff and policy and law that you don't necessarily need to know. So start with the application strategy articles and read through those. It's basically going to line it out for you just perfectly. It's going to tell you exactly how the draw system works. It's going to tell you, strategy. This is where you should burn your points based on the number of points you have. This species, this state, it's not worth waiting based on these parameters. It's like going to lay everything out for you so that you can make it the best.
No wasted time, no wasted money.
Yep. So start with application strategy articles.
Yep.
And honestly, everybody should be more concerned about wasting time. Like you can waste a lot of time if you don't do it properly.
And it's straight awesome info. Updated every single year. You can read back the old articles if you want to see.
Updated every year.
Yep. And it's available to you all the time. And they're
give you the costs, everything.
Yeah. 20 to 40 some pages worth of absolute epic information.
Easy to process. Easy to process too. Easy to read. Get through. I mean, it's the facts that you need to know.
Yeah. We even jump into like biology reports and herd dynamics, population numbers, snowpack, drought. All that information you need.
Yeah.
I'll fact check you on that.
Yeah.
If you're brand new though, get to know how the draw systems work.
Yep.
And those are all they're laid out perfectly.
Okay. Next one. Is Insider Plus worth it? Tell us more about the one-on-one e-scouting portion of it. 100%.
Yeah, I would say it's worth it. I mean,
this is a layered, like a multi-pronged thing too. At a high level, for me, I do my wife's and my two boys' application now is for the states that let kids without hunter safety and all that start earning points. Yeah, I want to offload that. Like literally just that. I want to offload it. I don't want to worry about it. My life's too busy. Kids sports.
So for you, it's a time savings.
Work, hunt. I'm hunting right now with applications open. Like it's I want to get that over with. That doesn't even get into the other aspects, which is. Well, you just talked about the e-scouting, all that stuff. But like me, literally just the application part of it, yes.
You'll never miss a deadline. It'll open up your eyes to opportunities you don't even know existed because you have a third party that's all they do.
That is their job.
They live in that world. They know when Pennsylvania elk draw is and how it works and whether it'd be worth it for you. You get a third party to e-scout with, to bounce ideas off of, work through your specific objectives.
It's like a true mentor in that regard.
Exactly. Yeah,
and if you don't have that, then yes, it's worth it.
It's an application strategy mentor.
Yeah. And he asked about the one-on-one e-scouting. I'll touch on that briefly. There's multiple ways you can do that with the Insider Plus team. You could do your e-scouting ahead of time and be like, hey, Austin, here's some ideas I want to run by you. There's places I'm looking this unit that I drew a tag for, or you guys can just jump on, video chat, like Google Meets or whatever, and go live with them and basically just walk through, all right, here's what I'm thinking. It's this hunting style I want to do. I want to do a backpack hunt, and you guys can walk through together like, hey, here's some, good ideas in that unit to kind of walk through it. And overall goal is just, be confident and have a plan going into it. And both your ideas together, it's going to mesh really well and develop a really good e-scouting strategy.
So I think it's hugely worth it on multiple fronts. It just depends on which one is most valuable to you. It's kind of that personal preference thing again. But no matter what your personal preference is, I can almost guarantee it's worth it.
Yeah. It's always good to have reassurance from someone else. If you did a bunch of e-scouting yourself, watch all of our e-scouting tips videos and techniques that we talk about, and then you bring it towards someone else. Be like, hey, look at my plan. Tell me what it looks like.
I mean, just think about what we all do when we draw tags. The second I drew my tag and started talking, I'm going to Brady, I'm going to Trail, I'm going to everyone. Hey, what do you think about this? Am I missing something? Would you do anything different? And
you get to talk to somebody that's done the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin's done it. Lane asked me last week how'd the podcast go, and I said, well, if one thing came out of that podcast, it was that my faith in Austin is as high as it can get. The guy lives and breathes it, loves it. You can tell he's super detail oriented, complete nerd. Sorry, Austin. But I came out with a lot of confidence in his ability to really guide you in the right direction.
Yeah.
What else you got?
This is a quick one. Do you have to apply in Montana in order to keep your preference points? So preference points are lost if the application or applicant does not apply for a non-resident combination license in consecutive years. If you bought a point last year,
you have to apply.
You have to apply this year, you're going to lose it.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's such I don't like it, but that's just the way it is. So make sure to understand when you last applied and when you last applied points, so you don't waste money and waste years when you should have been applying and drawn a tag.
Yep.
The last one I'm going to go with is an awesome question. Second time deer hunter. Should I apply for a new unit or go back to the first one I hunted and hunt it again? I'm going to say go back to the same one you hunted and hunt it again all the time. You already learned something about he doesn't say if he was successful or not.
Sure.
So that's why I think he's maybe thinking like, oh, the grass is always greener in a different unit. It could be better. But if you already were there once, you already learned all that information. You already know what pressure is dealing with, maybe weather, escape patterns, feed, water, cover, all that stuff, camping areas, water for yourself, roads access. You learned a lot. And I think if you can get a tag back in that same unit again, you're only going to be more successful and more deadly.
I mean, if your first hunt sucked, don't go back.
Yeah, that's very true.
If it was decent, you saw some deer and you were successful, then I would definitely go back because it's only going to get better because you're going to really start to pick apart the landscape and really hone in on, where those animals live. And then you can kind of adjust your goals as you go too, because then you start to figure out where the bigger animals go for escape cover or, get to learn new nooks and crannies of it. So I would say go back to it. If you're looking for an adventure and your last hunt sucked, I would go to a new unit.
Mm-hmm. Because it's sometimes fun to go to a new unit and every day is kind of new and exciting, but it's also new and unknown. It's definitely a lot bigger when you're hunting a new unit, but yeah.
There's
like
no replacement for hunting knowledge in an area. No replacement for that.
Yep. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. I'm going to run pee before I pee I was going to say, when you asked, you got one more, and I started, you got your phone out. I was like, oh, how long is this going to take?
I'm always going to be long-winded.
So thanks, guys, for doing that. I appreciate it. We'll be back next week.
Leave a review.
Leave a review.
Yeah, wherever you're listening, Charles going to go to the bathroom right now. He's leaving us. Are you going to leave the podcast studio and go to the bathroom? Or you can go right here.
I might have to in the corner.
So wherever you're listening to the podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple, I don't know what other podcast places are out there.
I don't even know.
Leave a review. If you like it, if you don't like it,
just leave one.
Leave something funny. I read them. I laugh when I see something funny when they're like, dude, you guys were saying this and whatever. It's like, I get a good laugh out of it.
Like the one guy that said, I need to lay off the Adderall.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, like
comment.
that, like those kind of things.
I love it.
So it's like, leave us a review, leave us a comment. Appreciate it. And we appreciate you guys listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.